Thank you for buying Robomow from Friendly Robotics, the simplest, safest and most convenient way to maintain your lawn. It's simple. All you have to do is press a button and Robomow will mow the lawn for you. It's convenient. Robomow gives you free time for other more productive things. Robomow is an advanced battery-powered electric mulcher, making it environmentally friendly as well. Robomow will cover the entire lawn, including mowing along the edges. There's no pre-programming necessary. Your Robomow mulches the lawn and buries the small clippings into the grass, creating a natural, healthy soil nutrient while eliminating the need to collect the clippings. Robomow. It mows. You don't. It's important to read and understand all operating and safety instructions in the manual before operating Robomow. Robomow comes fully prepared. Only a few easy tasks need to be performed in order to enable its operation. All the accessories needed to set up Robomow on your lawn are supplied with the product. The following are included with Robomow: perimeter switch, perimeter wire, pegs, robo ruler, power supply, charging adapter, operating and safety manual. The first step is to determine the best location for the perimeter switch on your lawn. It is recommended to mount the perimeter switch on a wall or fence in a dry and sheltered location. Choose a location that is relatively easy for you to access and that is close to a wall socket. The perimeter switch is supplied with 5 meters, 15 feet, low voltage cable that needs to be connected to an indoor power supply. If you are setting up more than one zone, you may purchase an additional perimeter switch as an accessory. The perimeter switch may also be moved between zones using the mounting stake. Insert the mounting stake into its slot at the bottom of the perimeter switch. Be sure that it is mounted vertically in the ground at all times. It will be too early to activate the perimeter switch at this stage. If you do, however, the wire disconnected light will illuminate and a beeping sound will start. This is because the perimeter wire loop is not yet connected to the perimeter switch. To turn off the perimeter switch, press the on button continuously for 3 seconds. In normal operation, it will automatically turn off after a few hours. Starting at the perimeter switch location, pull the wire ends with a plot connector out of the plastic covering. Peg the beginning of the wire to the ground where the perimeter switch will be located. Be sure to leave 30 centimeters, 12 inches, to close the loop at the end of the setup. Start laying the wire to the counterclockwise direction. When standing inside the lawn, lay it loosely along the lawn edges. Start setting the perimeter wire by placing pegs every few meters and at the lawn corners. Use the robo ruler provided to set the correct distance from the lawn edge as shown. Upon hammering the peg to its final depth in the ground, pull the wire tight. It is essential that the peg's head is hammered below ground level. Use the entire length of the robo ruler as wall edge as shown. Remember that you will want to test the wire setup before you fill in additional pegs. Use the robo ruler for accurate placement of the wire when bypassing obstacles at the lawn edges. When the edges of obstacles are too low or too soft to be detected by Robomow bumpers, use the perimeter wire to create a perimeter island around the obstacle. Both wires leading to the perimeter island should be parallel and touching. Apply the same method for flower beds, young trees and ponds. After pegging the wire all around the lawn, join the beginning and the end wires. Proper setup of the wire will assure better performance of your Robomow. please refer to the Perimeter Wire Setup chapter in your operating and safety manual for more details. The last step to complete is attaching the perimeter wire ends to the perimeter switch. Once the perimeter wire is completed and pegged to the ground, the last step to complete is attaching the perimeter wire ends to the perimeter switch and testing the setup. There are 2 loose wire ends where the perimeter wire setup was started. Use the same peg to fasten these 2 perimeter wire ends down to the ground and twist them. Cut the wire end without the connector so they are of equal length. Discard any excess wire. Strip back 6 mm of insulation from the wire end. Insert the free perimeter wire into hole of connector using a small flat screwdriver. Tighten the screw to secure the perimeter wire into the connector. The 2 parts of the connector are easily connected and separated in order to use the perimeter switch at additional plots. If correctly connected, the on light will blink. To set the cutting height, lift the bumper cover and rotate the cutting height adjustment knob. To connect the fuse, remove the strip and insert the fuse together with its cover. Robomow will now wake up. There is enough energy for the setup. However, it is required to fully charge Robomow for 16 hours before the first operation. Language, time, and date settings. These are the first settings you'll be required to set. Simply follow the guided instructions on the LCD and press either of the buttons as needed. Testing the perimeter wire position. Connect the perimeter switch to the power supply and then connect to a household outlet. Press the on button to activate the perimeter switch. Position Robomow inside the lawn towards the perimeter wire and press the go button. If the power supply is not connected to the receptacle, a no wire signal message will be displayed on the LCD upon pressing go, reminding you to connect it. If the perimeter wire is connected in the opposite direction, change wires in plot connector message will be displayed. Switch between the 2 wires connected to the plot connector. It is now time to test the wire position. Walk along Robomow as it is following the edge until completing 1 loop of the perimeter without striking an object. Walk back along the perimeter and add in wire pegs to those areas of the wire where it is not pulled down below the level of the grass tips and close to ground level. It may be necessary to set up more than 1 zone in order for your Robomow to work effectively over the entire lawn. Having 2 or even 3 zones does not affect the efficiency of the Robomow. Where grass areas are not contiguous or are separated by fences or other objects, it is also recommended to make each of these a separate zone. The key is to set up the zones that will allow Robomow to operate with the greatest efficiency in multiple zone lawns. Typical 3 plots setup solution. All 3 zones are looped together and connected to 1 perimeter switch. Locate the perimeter switch and wire all around the 3 zones. The beginning and end of the loop are connected to the perimeter switch, providing the power source for all zones. Mount the perimeter switch on a wall or on its stake, making sure it is vertical to the ground. Locate the perimeter switch outside the perimeter wire. To mow either of the zones, simply steer Robomow to the desired zone and press the green Go button on your Robomow. Wires leading to the next plot are parallel and touching. The gap between them is for illustration only. Another option for this very same lawn is to have two separate loops, one for the backyard and one for the front. Each loop will be activated separately using a perimeter switch. The front zones will be operated using a second perimeter switch. You may purchase it as an accessory. If there is no physical barrier between the back and front yard or part of the front yard, and the path is wide enough for Robomow to move freely from one to another, the front yard may be included in a backyard zone. Zone B, in this case, will be looped separately. To transport between plots, turn the main switch off and carry it to the desired plot. For easy transport, you may purchase a remote control, offered as an accessory. If additional wire is required to complete the wire setup, use the connectors provided with the product. Strip 1.5 centimeters, half an inch, of each wire ends together. Twist the stripped ends together and screw the silicone-filled wire nut on the twisted ends. Make sure it is tight. Operation. Position Robomow towards the perimeter wire. Make sure the perimeter switch is on. Press the green button to activate your Robomow. It will position itself properly on the perimeter wire and then accurately mow along. Depending on how you lay the wire, your Robomow will precisely cut the edge of the lawn, avoiding obstacles. After mowing around the edges, Robomow will turn left into the lawn and continue mowing across the lawn. The perimeter wire set around the tree's flower bed as a perimeter island will stop Robomow from entering this area. Robomow will mow around all kinds of obstacles, since it changes direction whenever it hits a side perimeter wire. Firm objects will be recognized by the bumper and do not need to be placed within perimeter islands. Robomow will continue mowing in different directions until the end of its designated work time. Good-looking lawns are achieved by operating Robomow frequently. There are various other advanced features of the RM400. Please refer to your operating and safety manual for additional information. Manual mowing is useful for small grassy areas where automatic operation is not possible. Always walk behind Robomow. Using a remote control, activate the mowing motor. When the mowing motor starts, steer your Robomow using the navigator. Releasing the manual mow button will stop the mowing motor. This remote control is available as an accessory. Contact your local dealer or visit Robomow website. Charging. Recharge Robomow after each operation. To recharge, steer Robomow to its storage place where the power supply is located. Connect the power supply to the charging adapter and insert it into the charging sockets. A charging message will be displayed. When the charging process is completed, a Ready, Keep Charging message will be displayed. Keep Robomow charged at all times between uses. Robomow power supply is designed for indoor use in dry location only. For storage and winter instructions, refer to the operating and safety manual. Now you're ready to enjoy your free time while your Robomow looks after your grass. Your lawn will automatically be mowed quietly and accurately. It mows, you don't. And here are some safety tips. Never let Robomow operate without supervision. Always remove the fuse before lifting, servicing, or adjusting. Read the operating and safety manual. Keep children, pets, and bystanders outside of the cutting area. Never leave Robomow unattended while operating. Do not sit or ride on the Robomow. Remove objects from the cutting area. keep hands and feet away from the Robomow. Robotic mowers, like other power tools, may be dangerous if used improperly or if safety instructions are ignored. Read carefully and follow all safety instructions in the Operating and Safety Manual. For more information, see the Operating and Safety Manual. You are also welcome to visit Robomow website.